Well, hey, welcome back to Turbo Talk. I'm Turbo. I'm giving a little more understanding so that as you move through all the Turbo Talks, you can completely understand what it is I'm talking about. Alright, so my last message was about the dyads. Yeah, about slicing a knife through something that's whole and making two halves. Yeah. And I use God as my core to my coming into this understanding. So take anything and cut it in half, and you got two halves, and you can actually measure each half, whatever you want. The dyad is that you got one side down to a neutral point, and then you got the other side down to the same neutral point, and the Romans gave a zero, so that helps us out a lot. But nonetheless, so I wanted to take that a little further. So first of all, if you're going to slice the knife through God, then you no longer have God. You got part of God. And it doesn't really matter what part of God you got because it's just a knife. And here's the thing. Most of us don't slice the knife straight down through the middle. No. Oh, man. No. So, most of us, let me get this. I don't understand why this phone looks so cockeyed to me, but most of us will slice the knife. Sometimes we just slice little slivers. Sometimes we slice it and dice it. Sometimes we carve it up. And whatever it may be, we're still just carving out what we want out of God. Okay, so, but that's what brings me into the next part. So the dyads, you understand the dyad rule. The dyad rule is you got two halves, and the only way to make either half a whole is to put them back together with the other half. I hope you got that. Because if you can't put the other half back in with it, then you only have a half. And so that's number one understanding. The dyad rule. The dyad rule is that a knife has been sliced through the hole. So here we go. So and that hole to me is God. So no longer do we have God, we have a half or a part. Right? And most of us don't dice it through the halfway point. So now we need to understand that sometimes people will come in and say, I didn't do it. And then there would be somebody else that comes in right behind him and says, yes, you did. No, I didn't do it. Oh, yes, you did. No, I didn't do it. All right, so you get my point. There's two sides. So how do we take care of this? Well, the Bible says that we go to a judge. First it was, I guess Solomon. Then Moses. Oh no, I'm sorry. I got that backwards. First it was Moses. I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic. Then it was Solomon. And then today it's judges. And so that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to go in front of a judge, and that's why people take people to court. And if you have never been to court, well, then you don't even know what it is to have an argument or a misunderstanding or whatever. An opposed side. I'm not going to go where my mind just went. Anyway, so we need a third party Oh, man. That's right. We need a third party. We need somebody to be the arbitrator or something to be the judge or some other non-biased object or setting or whatever it is that we're going to divide things into. So I've already given you one. In my last video, I actually took and divided good and God into good and evil. But then I told you that we could divide good into good and bad. But we can also divide evil into evil and bad. So therefore, I gave you the first triad. It's good, evil, and bad. Now please understand that these things can be replaced by any threefold or any spectrum and any kind of outside source that would be an equal arbitrator to the both sides. Because if you don't understand this, then you're going to miss out on the whole point. There are actually, first of all, you have something that is whole. You slice a knife, hopefully directly in half, and you get two sides. But then who's going to say which side is best? Well, that's going to be the side that is going to be independent from both sides, but yet be part of each side. The third party. And if you don't have the third party, then you don't have anything to actually keep anybody or any side closely remote to being anything true. Sorry. So that's the triad rule. Now, so what we need is we got to have a third side to all arguments. Now, I use the word argument because that's what you would do whenever you would be into a debate, actually discussing the two sides. I haven't gotten that far into my understandings yet with you, so I just want you to understand that dyad, or rule number one, or dyad is it. Yeah. Well, first of all, okay, so it's uno, God, the one, it, right? Then there's dyad. That's two halves of God. And then there's a triad, which would be simply two halves of God with a little intervening of neutralism. I don't know. I'm not getting scientific on this one right now. I'm sorry. I could. I'm not versed in my thought right now. So, there we go. I just want you to know that, so I'm getting ready to hear some really interesting stuff. Oh my gosh. And whatever. As long as you understand what it is I'm saying, then it doesn't really matter if you like it or not. But if you don't understand it, then I don't think you have a right to say I like it or dislike it. That's what these tips are all about. All right, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. I'm getting ready to send you a bunch of this stuff in here real soon. Have a good day. Be your best. And goodbye.